Que mentira. Episode 128. Why you need to either shape up or shape out. I want to start it with a video. This video was actually uploaded like 26 minutes ago, but it's crazy. This episode was already been set up. Well, let me play with this video.
Delete this video, but it's the truth. Weak, negative, and over-emotional people are a disaster waiting to happen, and they will wreck your life. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't care for someone. That doesn't mean that if your friend or family member is going through something that you shouldn't look out for them. But when it comes to who you spend the bulk of your time with, whether it's your friendship, whether it's people that's in your close proximity, or it's people you're trying to be successful with, choose wisely. Negative, over-emotional, and weak people are infectious, and they bleed that hesitancy and that weakness into every single person that is around them. If you surround yourself with the opposite, aka winners, people who are resilient, people who are tough and push past adversity, it will also bleed into you as well. And if you are one of these people, it's time to toughen up. You have to become more resilient. You have to push past adversity, and you have to build yourself up into the person capable of handling problems and succeed. Probably going to have to delete this video.
People don't want to hear the truth, but the truth is the truth. The truth set me free. It could set you free. Right? How you doing, Brother
sir.
Morris?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritualmente. Mentalmente. Physicalmente. Emocionalmente. Financieramente. no que sirve.
Say it in English, and I'll help you.
Okay. He who doesn't live to serve doesn't deserve to live.
Quien no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Let's start it. Well, positive, productive, and intentional. Right? Intentionality. Right?
Sure.
ROI, not return on investment, return on intention. It'll pay off more. When you live in a life of purpose, wealthy people, we live a life intentional. Right? Our purpose drives us. Purpose driven. So, welcome to episode 128 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today, we're diving into why you need to either shape up or shape out. Life and success demands growth, accountability, and adaptability. If you're not willing to improve and evolve, you risk being left behind. In this episode, we'll explore how taking ownership of your growth, mindset, and habits can position you for success, and why refusing to do so can have serious consequences. See, Mars, world, I'm going to talk a lot about OQP, only quality people. You know why?
Why?
Elevation requires separation. And if there's one advice I gave myself was, dime con quién anda y te diré quién eres y para dónde va. Tell me who you're with, and I'm going to tell you who you are and where you're heading. See, leaders, we're very careful who we have around. That's what makes a difference between leadership and followers, right? Because leaders, we go against the grain. We rather go solo, right, than go with the wrong people. But, Carlos, you preach a lot about saying if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Yes, I want to go far together, but with OQP, only quality people. That's why the foundation has to be strong. If the foundation is not strong, like a building, brick by brick, right? If the foundation, when they're laying each brick, is not strong, anything could destroy the home or whatever we're building, right? So that's why we teach character development. People need a coach, $1 trillion coach, right? People need to develop their character, right? You're a man of God. Read the Bible verse of the day. What's the Bible verse of the day?
I didn't read the Bible verse of the day.
You didn't read it? Thank you for being honest. You got my respect. There's people that don't lie just to say something. That's nothing. Like, if you didn't do it, don't say you didn't do it. Like, nobody's going to fucking hit you or hurt you or anything. You got me? I respect a man or a woman that speaks the truth or tells me the truth than a man that fucking lies and mumble, chokes, right? People will never be free till they become a business owner. Cash flow, right? Cash flow is supposed to be literally one of the number one things in your list of priorities every single day. Money coming in, money coming out. Because 80% of business is cash flow, right? But 80% of business is how well you deal with people and how well people deal with you, vice versa. So two-way street, if it makes sense. So the good thing about leadership is that you get to pick the people you have around.
Speaking of that, I got a question for you.
Yes.
So, speaking of leadership, would you personally rather be around eagles or you rather be around chickens, molding them to be eagles?
I'd rather be around eagles, not chickens. Chickens will drag you down. Chickens can't fly. I don't know if that makes sense, right? And what's the intentionality of your question?
Basically, like you say you are who you hang around. So I just wanted to like pick your brain, like basically like on that. Like, would you rather like because we preach like serving people and trying to like bring people up, but like where's the balance of like trying to bring people up and like not having them bring you down?
Well, you see, that's an excellent question, brother. That's an excellent question. But understand something. People have to pick, do you want to stay a chicken or do you want to become an eagle? If you want to become an eagle, you got to raise your standard because my standards are high, right? It's either I could go, yesterday I sent a video. I don't know if you saw it, John C. Maxwell, right? John C. Maxwell said something very powerful yesterday. Let me play this video.
Only from their perspective. And mature people have the ability to see things from the immature people see things only from their perspective. And mature people have the ability to see things from the perspective of others. That's the difference between immaturity and maturity. I'm going to challenge you today to become intentionally a high road leader. Because I promise you, if we would just do this, become high road leaders, we would change our culture, we would help our community in such an incredible positive way that we would very quickly come back to where we need to come back to. Immature people see things only from their perspective.
Immature people see things only from their perspective. Those are chickens. Quack, 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 quack. They only see it from their perspective.
Close-minded.
But mature people see it from what?
Others.
Other people's perspective. So you see, I do understand people, but people don't understand me. I don't know if it makes sense. So raise your standards and the universe is going to meet you there. I don't have expectations. I don't expect anything from anyone. But let's start with accountability as the first step, right? Owning your actions. Success starts with accepting responsibility for your current situation. That's deep. I bet you anything, if the world meditates on what I just said, success starts with accepting responsibility for your current situation. Being also thankful for what you're going through. Because what you're going through, believe it or not, is it will either make you or break you. Why me or try me? Most people are in victim mentality, not in victor mentality. People don't face everything and rise, right? So my question to you is, why is accountability essential for growth?
Accountability is really important because first you have to be accountable for yourself, and it shows that you have awareness. Like, I give you an example. I give you a story. Like, I always wanted for other people, me to be having a circle who hold me accountable, but I know I have to be accountable myself. I know I have awareness myself, but for example, like when I send you and also Gianni, like the time I was on my phone, I was aware that that wasn't good like at all. But I sent it to you so I could have you guys aware as well because we are supposed to be aligned with the same vision. So I did that to expose myself so I could hold myself accountable, and I also have others around me to hold me accountable as well. So now I have hold myself accountable, and I have others hold me accountable. Then I'm able to grow more. As if it was just me holding myself accountable, and sometimes I probably get complacent, and only me knowing that what I'm struggling with. So it's not just me on myself.
But what are you talking about? You sent something.
Remember, I sent you the how much I was on my phone. I sent you the chart, my chart.
When you sent it?
Yeah, I sent it to you. You sent me a video about how people use the phone. It was just basically on a chart.
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking about, you know, your
How long
usage,
your
right?
usage for how long you
Yeah,
on your
how
phone
long
for?
you be on each app and all that.
Yeah.
So yours was like the YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So what was your
It was
message?
YouTube and it was chess. I also sent it to Gianni too, and he was telling me that chess is like a great game.
And
But
then I
like
sent
how much?
a reply video.
Yeah.
What was the reply video? Can you put it up?
Yeah, I could put it up.
Let me see if I find it.
I got it.
You spend 2 hours a day on this thing, and that's probably lowballing it. Over the course of the year, you will have spent a month
Put the phone.
just on your phone. Not living in reality, not talking to your friends, not talking to your family, on your phone. Just consuming and consuming and consuming. Why? What is the point of it? Is it really that rewarding? Do you get a real sense of fulfillment out of scrolling on this? Do you measure your success based on how many reels you
We get the message.
Yeah.
You got me? In another word, see, most people have their priorities wrong. You got me? That's why when people get their shit together, self-love, self-care, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management, you got to reverse engineer and start with your time management, right? And you go back. So when you organize your calendar, A through Z, and you basically like literally organize it like to the teeth, like you see CMR Podcast Network, you see? I have my notes there, everything. I have everything organized. I bet you anything, you wouldn't waste time playing video games, whatever, on the phone. So phones are only as smart as the person using them. Remember, the quality of your life is depending on the quality of your thoughts, but also on the quality of the thoughts of the people you have around. I personally do not want to be around drifters, zombies. So it's a good point that you brought that across. I didn't even have that in my mind. But that's a good thing because there's people, especially here in the organization, that they're addicted to social media, right? And that's why, for example, when it comes to the business brand, the CMR Podcast Network and all those things, I delegate it. I don't even have the username or password, right? And I'm gonna end up delegating also my businessman Carlos. Also, like I don't want to deal with no social media, but I have control of my mind. When I go on social media, I don't use social media like 99% of people
Use
use
it with
it,
attention.
right?
Use it with attention.
I'm intentional with it. You got me? Because I'm the type of person, my mind doesn't get stimulated by small things. You get me? I've never been the type of person like I don't laugh. Like if that's why I don't go to a comedy show. Like I would even laugh at the jokes, corny ass jokes that the comedians will be saying. You know what I mean? Like I'm always been very serious, but I know when it's time to play. But I also know when it's time to take it serious, right? While having fun. I take business serious because to me, business is spiritual. It's my calling. It's what I love. It's my passion. It's just where I serve, right? So I've never understood a brother or sister that just daydreams, you got me? And then they come and complain why their life, their current situation is not in order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they bring you down to their level. So the blame game. We should freaking do that EP, the blame game, for day one. It's going to be called the blame game, right? Excuses only hold you back. Accountability moves you forward. How does blaming others hinder your ability to succeed?
Well, when you blame others, you're not worried about yourself. You gotta look at you as the problem. Like you're the problem. Focus on yourself, and then you could serve others and pay it forward to others. But blaming others is not going to solve anything. Like it's easier to change yourself than it is to change the world. Or you can't think is where our mind. You cannot change what other people think. You can't change what other people do. You have to change your mind. The one thing you could change is your mind. You can't change the weather. You can't change how people react. You can't change how somebody drives on a road. All you can do is change yourself. That's why you can't stop blaming others. Just blame yourself. Take responsibility for everything that you do. Take accountability for everything that you do.
That's why you're responsible for your life. No one else is coming to save you. You understand that? Once again, you are responsible for your life. No one else is coming to save you. A lot of people, they think that other people are going to save them, and nobody's going to save you. You know who's going to save you? God and yourself. And guess how God saves people?
How?
By giving you talents and gifts and abilities so you could basically be able to deal with other people so you could contribute to them give your gift back to others so other people could give you back their gifts back to you. It's an exchange of value. Most people think listen, to each his own. People are going to perceive the world based on their level of understanding. With all that said, promote yourself, Mars. The episode you did with Andy, Brick by Brick, cast. Also, update on the bio, on the description, YouTube, put the other channel too, / the other channel till the channel gets updated.
My name is Shamar Fields. I go by Mar, or I call it say Mars. We just did an episode, me and Gianni, Brick by Brick, talking about faith over sight. I know that it will impact people out there because a lot of people can't see past the eyes, and faith is really important because you have to believe in yourself. That's really important, just to believe in yourself and keep going. A lot of people will just look by sight, but if you look by sight, you're really blind, as blind leading the blind, because you think you can see, but you really can't. So it's good to see the things that's not physically able to see. That's why faith is also important. I'm also here to invest in people as well, along with the team. I took this journey to make a change in my life, and I believe you can make a change as well. So contact me. You can follow me at mar.investments. You can also follow my podcast, Brick by Brick. I also have episodes with Carlos as well. We talk about real estate. We talk about business owner or investor. Talk about the mindset of an employee to business owner. There's a lot of stuff that's there that could hold you accountable and also gain knowledge as well that could change your life, impact your life.
Thank you, Brother Mar.
Thank you, bro.
See, why you need to either shape up or shape out. See, Mar, I could say he shaped up. You got me? Because when I met Mars, he's literally transformed he went from I don't even know how to explain it. I'm very proud of Mars. I'm serious. Like, he really did a change, like
360.
360. I'm serious.
With consistency.
Not 180, because 360 is all around. Like, he really changed. Like, Mars, bro, you got my respect. I see your maturity, like, overall, bro. You got me. You went from straight up from a weak man to now every day you're getting stronger and stronger. Not just physically, but mentally, bro. My respect, right? I see you as a light where there's darkness. You got me? And your game spoke. That last time we played, that thing you did to that guy, you got me? But the best way is to let your game speak. Man lie, woman lie, numbers don't lie. Always let your game speak. Everything in life. Judge a man by the fruit it bears, not by the talks. A real coach never shits on people that he could eat from. That doesn't make sense. You got me? So that's why some people, they don't do good in life. But to each his own. How you doing, Brother Jandy?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Blessed, positive, productive, and intentional with everything. To the grace of God. Espiritualmente, spiritually, you want to get that connection with God and getting to know yourself, because if not, you're gonna be out of place. You're not gonna know what to do. Mentally, the more you learn, the more you earn. You got to have your mind intact in order to move right. Físicamente is a shame once you take care of that physical pillar, it shows discipline, it shows self-respect, and people treat you how you treat yourself.
It's hard to respect a fat fuck. Fuck you if you're fat. Straight up. Yo. This podcast will put people through pain. Fuck you if you're fat.
That's good.
Stop fucking eating. Yo, they're getting pleasure.
Right.
When we're here, fucking discipline.
Taking care of business.
Right? Taking care of business. Now fuck them. Fuck out of here, fat fuck.
Emocionalmente, so when
Eating
people
burgers.
tell you the truth like that, you don't go into their feelings. He could sugar it, but he said the truth. Is you can't. How can you hate on that? So you gotta have you gotta master your emotions.
This 1% of the 1%. You got me? People that listen to our podcast, they're not weak motherfuckers. You got me? Or weak bitches. This tough-minded. We're not looking for fucking followers.
Of course.
Huh?
People that want to make something happen.
Unsubscribe, guys.
Unsubscribe.
Like if I'm gonna lose fucking sleep if they unsubscribe.
And then financieramente.
Es mentira.
Serving with our purpose.
They don't want you talking like this. They want you weak. They want to manipulate you. Motherfuckers that speak the way I speak, they don't want you speaking like that. Because we question everything. Why this? Why that? Why that? Why they want me silenced? You see?
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, meaning, that's why we question everything. What else?
As a financieramente, we all have a purpose. We're here speaking. I was speaking to my old self. Carlos here targeting the 1% of the 1% because he became part of the 1%, just like I did. I am part of the 1%.
There's levels to this 1%. I'm in the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. You got me? Bring me the richest man in this world. And literally, we're going to have to literally redefine the definition of what wealth is. The word wealthy, a lot of people think it's in the money.
It's in the mind.
It's in the mind, right? So let's talk about embracing change and growth, right? Because we got to embrace the change. The world's changing by the second, right? So the word wealthy has a new meaning now. You got me? The word wealthy means how I measure my wealth is how many people I'm able to impact, right? How many people I'm able to transform their life, if it makes sense. I don't measure my wealth by how much money. Because the money, it doesn't matter how much money you get. If you don't fix the mind, the money's not going to do anything, right? Right? There's billionaire. Look at Elon Musk. He could barely dress. Right? Like, yo, bro, health is wealth. What the fuck you're here running all these shit, right? And forgetting your health. You got me? And then he has a lot of low vibrational motherfuckers around him. Because I'll be the first person around him telling him, bro, come to the gym with me. Let's work out. As a matter of fact, let's put a gym next to the office. No excuses. But going back, before I talk about embracing change, I want to read this. Most people shouldn't be entrepreneurs. Most people shouldn't be entrepreneurs, right? Okay, you want the dream home, the dream cars, everything starts with the dream business, entrepreneurship, right? But it's the hardest personal and spiritual test you'll ever face. But if you decide to embark on this path, it will also be the source of your greatest transformation. Once again, most people shouldn't be entrepreneurs, meaning business people. We the business, right? That's why I talk the way I talk. Business people, remember, we're moving people. A business person, a leader that doesn't work on their character, people will step on you. Suppliers will step on you. Customers will step on you.
People gonna have their way.
Your employees will step on you. People overall around you will step on you. They'll step on you and crush you like a fucking cockroach. So most people shouldn't be entrepreneurs. It's the hardest personal and spiritual test you ever face. But if you decide to embark on this path, it will also be the source of your greatest transformation. We are in the transformation business, not the transaction business. So adaptability equals longevity. The ability to evolve with changing circumstances is key to staying relevant. Why is it crucial to embrace change in life and business?
To embrace change, I'm gonna give a story time about life. Like moving to New Jersey, that was the biggest change in my life. And I overcame that. And now reflecting that I overcame that obstacle of me changing, moving from New York, graduating middle school. I didn't even get to spend summer with my acquaintances that were once my friends, or they're still friends. See people as acquaintances, brothership. But like that change, that was the biggest change in my life because it was just changing sceneries. It was just a change in my life. But that change in business as well, I could also give a business perspective, leaving my 9-to-5 to embrace the business route. It's like, you don't know what that will bring. But if you go all in, once you start balling, then you're going to get more clarity and you're going to become a better individual. And it's going to help you. You have either you shape up or you shape out. And if you shape out, you're going to fail. And if you fail, then you're not going to grow.
What are people? Most people are what? Quitters.
And
losers, right?
Yeah, because quitters never win and winners never quit.
Because when they go through challenges, obstacles,
they melt like
when
snowflakes.
They're trying to, get toughened up with their character,
they quit.
Right? They quit. They melt like snowflakes. It's not even winter. It's not even having even snow, and they fucking melting. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck are your hair melting? You got me? But to each his own. So resistance to change. A lot of people resist the change. Fear of stepping out of your comfort zone often leads to stagnation. How can you overcome fear and resistance to growth?
Overcoming fear is simple. Facing the problem. Like a short popped up on CMR podcast. I sent it in the group chat. I don't know if you've seen it.
I loved it.
I want to solve the problem now. You have to, because if you run from the problem always gonna be there. You gotta face whatever problem there is. You gotta man up, look at it, and say, "I'm gonna conquer this problem."
Hold on, let me put this crazy ass fucking guy.
Wait, hold up. Before
you got a problem with me, I want to solve that problem now. I don't want to solve it later. I want to solve this shit now. Why shit? Because I have my shit together. Self-love, happiness, inner peace, independence, and time management. That's why I stay away from negative people. Stay away from drainers, energy drainers, vampires. Snakes, scorpions.
Consumen esa energía, ¿verdad?
Remember what yesterday? Okay,
Y
Carlos
consuma
went
esa
on a rant with
energía.
his people. Okay, Vanessa, talk to me.
Hay tantas cosas que están
¿Qué me quiere decir?
¿Qué es lo que está pasando con la sociedad? ¿Por qué hay tanta violencia?
Bueno, a mí no me importa lo que está sucediendo en la sociedad porque hay tanta violencia. I don't give a fuck about what's happening in society with the violence.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. You asked me a question,
Okay.
right? And I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna tell you why I don't give a fuck what's happening in the outside world. All I care is about my inner world. You shouldn't care what the external world's what's going on in the external world because we cannot control that.
Thank you for sending that video. Shout out to the Vanessas of the world. You get me? Because the funny thing is that she got time to literally like everybody's shit and be on social media 24/7, right?
Yeah.
But the Vanessas of the world, right? Those type of individuals, male or female, right? So, chimosos or chimosas, that they know what the whole world's doing externally, but they don't know what the inner world's doing. So they don't face the inner world. So they drift in the external world, and then they wonder why the inner world is crazy. So their external world, I'm not gonna say is at peace, but let's say it's at peace because they want to please everybody. They're people pleaser, right? They want what the work. They want other people to validate. You got me to do this. They care what people say or think, right? But their inner world is at war. You got me? What do you think we're supposed to have at peace?
I mean, I was once there trying to make everybody happy, but making everybody happy, I wasn't making myself
You were
happy.
losing yourself.
So you gotta please yourself. That's where being selfish. That's good. That's a
Healthy
good
selfish.
Healthy selfish.
There's no
Yeah.
healthy selfishness.
And that's one, pleasing yourself. But before to give the next person a chance, today they mentioned that when you go through the fire, God puts us through fire, not for us to burn, not for us to burn or die, but to purify us. It's like a diamond. A diamond has to go through pressure in order to become a diamond. So when you're going through that process, he also mentioned our purpose is to speak to our old self. For example, you could help people that are in letter A go to Z. I can't help them yet to letter Z, but I can help them to B, to C, to D, because that's the path that I took. I also spoke about that on Faith by Sight. When it comes to this, just shape up, because if you don't shape up, life going to shape you out in a bad way. Life is going to hit you.
Either you pay the price
of regret or the price of discipline or the price of regret. And I choose discipline. And discipline is not like, I went to the gym today, 2 days in a row. I'm disciplined. You got to be consistent.
And let's add up too. Just because you go to the gym every day, just using the physical pillar, you got to be extremely intentional, demanding results for yourself, visualizing your dream body, visualizing what you want out of that 1 hour that you're putting in, right? 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. And that also applies when inside the gym. I don't know if it makes sense. Not just outside, because, okay, it's 80%, let's say nutrition, 20% working out, but you got to do the 80-20 also there.
Of course.
I don't know if it makes sense.
Of course. People be like, I was made in the kitchen. First, put in the work in the gym and then the kitchen. And to leave, again, the cost of taking no action. Stop saying one day I'm going to do this, one day I'm going to do that. Do it now. Today's day one and treat every day like day one. The cost of taking no action with this special human, my brother Carlos. Check that out, day.1.podcast. And also Faith or Sight. Amazing episode. Why you should walk by faith. Or how I walk by faith. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. The only constant in life is change. The only constant in life is change. See, most people, they don't understand why you need to either shape up or shape out. And I'm not talking about a shape up, right? Shout out to the manis of the world, barbering. I'm talking about shape up or shape out. You want to shape up? Nah, you're going to shape out. You know what I mean? I don't need a shape up, right? How you doing, Emily?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritually, espiritualmente, mentally, mentalmente, physically, físicamente, emotionally, emocionalmente, financially, financieramente. Porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve does not serve living.
What else, Emily? Positiva, positive,
Positive,
productive, intentional. Positive, that's necessary. Productive, that's possible, right?
Yeah.
Intentional is what? The impossible. We make the impossible it says I'm possible.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm possible.
So let's talk about building habits for success. Discipline over motivation. Daily habits determine long-term results more than fleeting motivation. How do daily habits shape your path to success?
Daily habits.
Remember, we did an episode, El secreto está en el calendario, the secret's in the calendar, right?
Yeah.
So the minute that we basically, remember, there are daily habits determine our future,
Yeah.
right? So the minute you organize your calendar, A through Z, right, that you're intentional with every single second, right? Because we have 16 hours awake, 8 hours we're supposed to be sleeping, right? Those 16 hours, 1,000 minutes, right? So imagine you take every minute of your calendar, every hour, and you're intentional. My question to you is, how do daily habits shape your path to success?
Okay, when you are consistent in your habits and the habits you apply on your routines, you eventually going to get to success because you are being consistent with the things you are doing, and you just know, like, drifting. One day I will do this, one day I will do that. You are not changing. You are consistent every single day. That same thing can apply to the physical pillar. So, like I did for myself, every single day going to the gym will be intentional, like you said, to the part I want to get better or want to.
But that applies also to the financial pillar.
Yeah.
How you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Well, there's people that they're not lazy for the physical pillar because they want to look good, right? They want to feel good, but then they're lazy for the financial pillar. And in another word, quien no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. We're all here to serve.
Yeah.
80% of your success comes from 20% of your efforts. You want to know what's 20% of your effort?
What?
What? Building your network. Your network is your net worth. Contacts are contracts. Relationship is the currency. I don't understand how the heck a brother or sister still doesn't know that. Your network is your net worth. Tell me who you're with, and I'm going to tell you who you are and where you're heading. You're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. You're the average of the 1 person you surround yourself with. Yourself. If you're shit, garbage, basura, no wonder most people feel like shit, depressed, stressed, anxious, because they're shit. Think about it. Bro, if you get to know thyself and you invest in your inner world, remember, your external world is a reflection of your inner world, right?
Yeah.
You want the external world to be easier. Simple. You know, people see you how you see yourself.
They see you through your eyes, not through their eyes.
They see you through your eyes, not through their eyes. Now I understand why fucking people see me like a fucking lion, like a fucking dog. I don't say I got that dog in me and bark, 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 and then sitting down. Shout out to the KGs. Huh? See, the universe, the spiritual pillar, humbles people. That's why the best way to talk is not talking at all. See, I have that discernment when to talk and when not to talk. People that know me, when it's game time, yo digo, es mentira, pero I'm in silence. When I'm playing, have you guys noticed I'm silent? 99% of the time, I'm silent. I let people rock and roll. I let them do. I don't even play basketball on a reactive way. If the Mars of the world are here trying to take the rebound, go get the rebound. You need the ball more than I need it. Just don't let me touch the ball. Because if you let me touch the ball, I'm going to take it to Pluto. Fuck Mars. I'm not going to take it to Mars. I'm going to take it to Pluto. Huh? So, going back, discipline over motivation. Stop saying, I need motivation. You need discipline, motherfuckers. Complete self-discipline is one of the steps of riches. Number 10, complete self-discipline. So, shaping your routine. Consistent, purposeful actions lead to success. Purposeful is another word for intentional. You got to be purposeful in everything you do. Like, what's the purpose for purposeful of what you're doing? See, I know what's the purpose of me sitting down here right now. Not just day trading attention, because we invest into 3 things. We invest into ourselves, right? Because the quality of our life depends on the quality of our thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But also, you know what? Attention, but also other people. So we're here giving back whatever we learn. Leaders are readers. The more you learn, the more you earn. We're giving back our wisdom, our knowledge, because people perish because of lack of knowledge. People perish because of lack of vision, right?
Yeah.
Today's Sunday,
Yes.
right? Sunday fun day. Every day's fun day, right? You know, Sundays are my Mondays, huh? Because I want to be ahead of time, not from people. I want to be ahead of time from me. Why would I start my day? You need a day off. Day off for what? What am I going to do? Okay, when the Bible says you need a day off, okay, I'm going to take a day off. To do what?
Do what?
Huh? To do my purpose. My purpose 24/7. No days off. So, Emily, why is discipline more reliable than motivation?
Discipline. Where you are disciplined and why discipline is more reliable?
Why is discipline more reliable than motivation?
Okay.
Like you rely more on discipline than motivation.
Yeah.
Fuck motivation. I rely on my discipline.
Yeah. Before I used to need to be motivated to do the things. But when I stopped being around you, I understood, and through reading books, that I understood that I need to be my own
Motivator.
Yeah. So I don't need other people to motivate me. So that's when I start being more disciplined, because that was like I know what I want. So I start being more disciplined on those things, and I start being more motivated. So when I was my own motivator, I noticed that more people came around me for me to be their motivator. So they didn't understand they can be their own. So they need me to motivate them. But when I start motivating myself and be more disciplined, they could be around me so I can project my energy to them. But the thing they didn't know is they can be their own, and also if they read.
But do you watch out from those energy drainers, vampires, vacuums? Huh? You don't watch out from those type of people? Or you want to be like Brother Mars? Like, okay, we do want to help people, but we want to help the right people. Our calling, we're chosen ones. Our calling is to basically, create leaders that are supposed to be creating leaders, because the world's in need of leadership. The world's not in need of followers. There's plenty of followers. Monkey see, monkey do. Right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Most people, they let them be followers, not us. Not in this organization. Right?
Yeah.
Make sense or no?
Makes sense.
What else can you tell the world, Emily? Do you want to promote yourself? Anything you want to tell the world?
What I can say is that
How can you impact the world? If you have 1 minute to impact the world right now, based on this episode, what can you tell them?
shape up or shape out. That never give up, and everything you want you can achieve. And the only thing that limits you is yourself. So you need to wake up, because we are dead alive. So internally we need to wake up. Thank you.
We cannot blame them, Emily. Thank you, Emily. You know why I don't blame people? Because they were trained to be workers, not thinkers. Most people, they were trained to be modern slaves, right? Well, let me start it with this video.
We don't get what we want, we get what we are. So generally, when we label something a lack of discipline, I see somebody that isn't clear about what they want. We always do what we value most. We always do what we value most. This is why most people can't build wealth, because wealth is built through consistency. You do it not because you want something, you do it because that's who you are. We don't get what we want, we get what we are. We don't get what we want,
You see, in life, we don't get what we want, we get what we are. How you doing, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, financieramente, financially. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Who not live to serve, not deserve to live. Positive, productive, and intentional.
Positive, productive, and intentional.
Yes.
Why you need to either shape up or shape out.
Yeah.
Based on everything you already heard, Vanessa, what can you tell the world? What's in your mind? Just blab it out before I go with the segment.
Okay, what I can say about I'm gonna say like shape out. It's like recognize when you're around people like toxic people, they not let you grow, they not let you how you wanna be. There's so many things it's like it's stagnant, like to limit it. And when you recognize that part, you're gonna see your life gonna change because I was in the position like, I'm not kind of person to be around so many people, but when I start to do my personal development, I recognize I have so many negative people. Even like my circle was small, but I did not think how I think. And this is limited. Like, sometimes I just say this is not limited, but when I start grow up, like to develop myself, I just recognize even like I love every like person I be in my life. I just say, I had to stay away, like, to,
Elevation requires
yeah,
separation. So you're recognizing that the people we have around either, make us or break us,
yes,
right? So when you becoming an eagle, you cannot be surrounding yourself around chickens.
yes,
What do you think there's more, chickens or eagles?
chicken.
Okay. So removing toxic influences. So it's good that you spoke about toxicity, right?
Yes.
Those toxic individuals. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded people. Your environment directly affects your mindset and actions, right? So negative. Why is your environment critical for personal and professional growth?
It's very, I'm going to say very crucial because when
Critical,
you have
critical.
critical, it's very important because when you recognize like you have so many negative people, you're gonna see the difference how you think and how you're gonna be in your life because sometimes you can have something positive, but I see you in your mind, you're copy like you have something negative, it's like they're gonna be more empowered, they're gonna be on top of to the positive. And then you're gonna be like, oh, what had happened to me? You're gonna ask yourself, what I let people so negative around me, even like I recognize they negative. But when you just fade to all these things, you're gonna see it's like in this book, uh sometimes I just like read some page and they say too, like so many talk and you keep in your mind, it's gonna be destroy you. And I understand because sometimes I don't want to say everything is positive, but when it's something negative, I just fade and say no, I don't want to think that because I'm gonna be attract like the negative thing. And I don't know. Pues,
You are
to
the
be
company you keep. In another word, that's the translation to the only advice I gave myself, because I don't like giving nobody advices. We are the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves, right?
yes.
But tell me who you with, and I'm gonna tell you who you are and where you're heading. Remember, you are the company you keep. So if you're gonna keep company around, make sure you keep company that are quality. If it makes sense. Mejor solo que mal acompañado. EP. Mejor solo que mal acompañado. Text it, Emily, please. Thank you. So cutting out negativity. Negative influences drain energy and derail progress. How can you identify and remove toxic influences from your life?
Okay, when they told me something and I expect so they're gonna tell me, and when they say they not recognize, they say negative thing. But now I just recognize they say negative thing, and I just say let me cover my mouth or let me to how I can say like when you don't want to like something negative, but you just like fake, you don't no, I don't want to do this, but I don't want to be like too fake, but at the same time, I want to like to tell I don't want to be negative like someone to bring me how you say bush or something like that.
I thought you said you don't curse.
Pero ay mierda, algo así, como me puedo decir.
See,
Pero
most
I'm
people,
not,
that's why I protect myself at all costs from everybody, A through Z.
yeah.
You got me? Because most people, they're still drifting. Shout out to the Jandis of the world. Jandi called me today, right?
Yes.
For one thing, but then he added another thing.
Oh.
I don't like that. If you call me for one thing, do not add up another thing, right? Be intentional with the call. You call me for that one thing, and then when that other thing comes up, then we basically deal with that, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, but maybe sometimes
And it's something good too, because it's to meet up with his father.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet up with his father. So he's like, "Oh, remember, my father, he has that car paid off, so you could know. Like, yo, bro, like I'm so lethal on my craft that I don't even need information.
You know,
Like
Carlos,
when I deal with people, give them to me with a blank slate. I'm gonna measure a man like I'm gonna sit with the man or with the woman, just one question.
you know what I understand how you say about Yandy. Maybe you're not available to be talked like most of the time with him. He wanted like to bring all these things at the same time. Maybe that's why he just mentioned
Now
that
you're here
part.
trying to defend. You see?
Yeah, because you're not
But
accessible.
remember, it's not that I don't want to talk to people. The thing is, I'm here working for everybody, for the whole organization, if it makes sense. As a vision-driven leader, I need to be working on the vision. So I do a lot of things behind the scene, when it comes to just not, obviously, forget about closing deal with people. I'm talking about making connections and closing deals with people that are going to help you guys. So we could, like look at it, for example, shout out to Sam, right? Sam is going to be able to help the organization on their first home. But Sam is also going to be able to help the organization, us buying as a whole a mansion together. You know what I mean? Where would you rather have 100% of a small home or 1% of something big?
No, 100%.
Imagine 100 people, right? Go together at one from once, right? And they buy a $10 million mansion. Think about it for business, right? $10 million. How much money do we got to put down? 20%, let's say, right? That's $2 million. Now, let's say $2 million, $2 million, and divide it by 100 people. I'm talking about each person only got to put 20,000 on OPM. Manny, would you like to own a mansion? $10 million mansion, company mansion, right? Huh?
Of course.
With just $20,000.
Of course.
Huh?
Of course.
Okay, now if you want to basically own 1%, you want to make sure that the other 99% are quality, are people that share the same value. Imagine we bring dirty motherfuckers and dirty bitches around.
Never.
You got me?
Never.
Weak character, right? Weak fuck reputation. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
We don't want garbage around.
Yeah.
So the foundation has to be strong,
It's
right?
true. Yes, correct.
So you are the company you keep. What else can you tell the world, Vanessa, when it comes to this? Obviously, why you need to either shape up or shape out. Have you been shaping up?
I've been progress.
Huh?
I've been progress. Like,
I want to play a video that is going to help you. You got me? And I sent you that video, but understand this.
If you have a larger vocabulary, you have more tools with which to express yourself. If you have a larger vocabulary, you have more tools with which to think. And so, learning more words, increasing your vocabulary, increases your capacity to communicate, and it increases your capacity to think. How cool is that? What if every time you read a book, what if you decided there's never going to be a day of my life that goes by that I don't read some pages in some book or listen to some pages in some audiobook? What if you decided that? If you have a larger vocabulary,
EP, larger vocabulary. EP, larger vocabulary. Whoever wants to basically do that one. You got me? What message you got from that video?
okay, when you develop your communication, it's grow more your vocabulary. It's like how you say, Vanessa, you like create content, right? But the best thing you're gonna be better is see you like your communication is gonna be like you develop your communication. Because the more vocabulary you know, you're gonna be express yourself more because you have new vocabulary. You can be more, on top of to so many people because you learn. You read like book every week. You're gonna learn every vocabulary. You're gonna develop yourself more. And I know because when I start to read and I just see, I don't want to say like I'm on the top, but I to put it like in perspective, like me before and now, I just know I knew so many vocabulary. Even it's not like in Spanish, in English too. I applied to all these things. And said, no, this is better to develop myself, to read book and new different thing.
Are you still in victim mentality or are you now transitioning?
I can say I'm still working in that point because
Work in progress?
yes, I don't want to say I'm not, but
Thank you, Vanessa. Deciding to shape up or shape out? Deciding to shape up or shape out? Why you need to either shape up or shape out? How you doing, brother Manny?
Fenomenalmente, excelentemente bien. Positivo, productivo e intencional. Espiritualmente, if you don't got the connection with God, if you don't have the connection with God, He's not going to be able to guarantee you anything in life, right? Mentalmente, the more you earn, the more you learn, the more you earn. Knowledge is power. And we got físicamente. It's sad when it's sad to grow old and you still got titties hanging. Remember? Then we got emocionalmente. I'm el que no anda. You can't be in your feelings if you want to grow in life. So make sure you're not in your feelings. We got financieramente. El que no vive para servir, no sirve para vivir. He who does not live to serve does not deserve to live.
Positivo?
Positivo, productivo y intencional. I said that in the beginning.
Deciding to shape up or shape out? To wrap it up with Manny, making the hard choices. Growth requires commitment and sometimes uncomfortable decisions. What does it mean to shape up or shape out in your life?
Man, shape up or shape out is simple, because if you're not shaping up, then you're not gonna be growing in life. You're not gonna be wanting to get better every day. You gotta put in the work every day for yourself, not for anybody else. If you're not shaping up personally, then what are you doing with your life? Like, you gotta shape out. Like, you gotta help others. You gotta help yourself. You gotta learn. You gotta go to the gym, work out, discipline. There's a lot of things related that all come in play. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that come into play when developing yourself. But when you shape up, you're getting your life together.
I like your shape up.
Thanks.
Shout out to what barber?
What's his name? Come on, La Checha.
La Chelcha.
La Checha.
That's his name? I don't know who's La Chelcha, but the name says it all. Chelcha means when you gossip, talk. You know what I mean? When you play around a lot, they don't take you serious. See, I wouldn't want anybody to call me La Chelcha. But to each his own. Shout out to La Chelcha. Right? The cost of staying the same. Refusing to grow leads to missed opportunities and stagnation. So a lot of people stay poor, passing opportunities over repeatedly, but not just that they're passing opportunities over repeatedly. Sometimes they get in the right room, but when they get in the room, their mindset shapes them out, right? I like your progress, bro. You got 2 days that you've been doing that. I don't know. I feel like a few demonios came out of you already. A few pain. You know, pain is weakness leaving the body. And I see a different Manny. I see a Manny more in shape. You know, I like the shape up. I see you more focused, more tranquilo. What's up, bro?
Getting my life together, shaping up.
You're shaping up, bro. I'm proud of you too, bro. But I don't like praising a man, especially a man.
I don't want to be praised.
Because the thing is,
the only one that
we're not supposed to get praised. We're supposed to put the pain.
The only one that praised me is God and myself. I don't want to be praised by nobody. I do the praising myself.
You praise yourself?
I put in the work, so I do praise myself.
So when you put yourself through pain, that's how you reward yourself. Pain equals gain, right?
100%.
So if you're not growing, you're dying. You're growing, Manny. I can see it overall. I'm serious. I can see it in your hair, your skin, your body. How many pounds you've lost? Probably. Forget about how many pounds you lost. because it's not even the weight, the number. Is you're looking leaner, toning up. You got me losing all that fat, all that titty. You know why? You're focusing. You've been getting your life on order, your shit together, right? So growth and success requires accountability. You see, when you have accountability partners, EP, accountability partners. Who wants to do that one? Consistency. Text it, please, Emily. Accountability partners, and we could do on consistency will come, all of us, right? And we'll accountability partners,
100%.
right? Growth, once again, requires accountability, adaptability, discipline, and a supportive environment, and consistent. Because it's not there, but let's add up the consistency. And the willingness to make tough decisions. Willingness to make tough decisions. See, leadership is about making tough decisions.
100%.
Being the bad cop, right?
I've made a lot of decisions, man, that are tough.
You made a lot of decisions that are tough?
Facts.
How is that working out?
And I'm still making tough decisions.
Is it working out good better?
100%.
Because it's shaping you up, shaping your character. So what else can you tell the world? What do you want to promote? Tell the world overall. Just tell the world anything.
Nah, it's sad. It's sad it's sad just leaving the office, right? Because when you leave the office, you go back into real world. The real world is sad when you just see people drifting, people en la nube. ¿Tú me entiendes? La gente desubicada, ¿me entiendes? Like, it's sad because people don't know what they're living for. People are not living with intentions or purpose. Like, and it's just sad because it's like, what are they doing with their life? They're wasting time. They're wasting energy. They're wasting relationships. They're wasting money they could be earning with that time. They're like, and it's sad because they don't know it, because knowledge is power. They I guess they too strong to pick up a book.
You don't need, this is Alex Hormozy put this post. He was like, you don't need medication. See, a lot of people are here escaping reality by using drugs, alcohol, binge eating, doing, jerking off, like jerk offs.
Yeah, and
right?
there's a lot of people that are ignorant. They need people. It's
so,
sad. I'm not even.
So you don't need medication. You need to stop describing normal life as a problem. He says life is hard, then you die. No, bro. Alex Hormozy. Life is not hard. Life is literally perspective. It's hard for you because it's all perspective. You got me? Look, he's saying life is hard. I'm telling you guys, life is full perspective. For me, life is easy. If you do what's hard, your life is easy. If you do what's easy, your life is hard. Life is hard for people that are not disciplined, that are not consistent, that are not persistent, that are not on purpose, right? Then he also said the only problem you have is thinking you're somehow entitled to an easy life. That's true to some extent, because a lot of fucking people, that's why today's episode, why you need to either shape up or shape out, have an entitlement type of mentality. They feel entitled, right? You cannot wish for both strong character and an easy life. So remember, you got to build up your character. Then his wife put, stop whining. You're not going to die. And the worst part is, you're not even afraid of dying. You're not doing what you know you need to do because you're afraid of a bad feeling. Get over it. Yo, this couple, I like them. Because it's like one says one thing and then the other one will go emphasize. You got me? Shout out to the Hormozis. That's how people are supposed to be rocking. Bro. Make sense?
Yeah.
But I want to play this last video to wrap this up. You must fail to win.
I think like a lot of people don't know how to deal with failure. Yeah. They don't know how to, like, they're so scared to fail. Yes. And your mindset, I know my mindset too, is like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to fail. I mean, it's just part of figuring out what works. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so there's two reasons people are afraid to fail. One's genetics, DNA. The second is school system. So, right, the school system teaches you that kid's a better kid because he didn't fail the test, because they're good at memorizing. But you don't get wealthy from memorizing. You get wealthy from pioneering. And then our DNA, our ancestors come from little tribes, 150 people. If you failed really bad, those 150 people, everybody knew it and never forgave you. We're afraid of failure because people won't forget. We forget in the world now. Mark Cuban, the billionaire, told me once, he said, Ty, you know what's cool about America? You only have to win once and everybody will forget all your past failures.
You only have to win once and everybody else will forget your past failures. But I'm going to tell you something, guys, world. It doesn't matter if you fail 1 trillion times. It doesn't matter if you win 1 trillion times. You know what matters?
What matters?
Nothing matters. With all that said, thank you. Wins, loss, nothing matters. Live a life on purpose. Unsubscribe. Thank you.